Okay, and welcome back because we got our starting lineups about ready. The captains are out there.
The Beat Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check it out today. Equitable Savings and Loan.
Okay, thanks, Ron. And for the Beat Diggers, Jade Queen will kick it off as he'll be quarterback, wide receiver, and linebacker. Then Zach Rutherford will be a defensive back, number 13 at 155 pounds. Luke Seawald, defensive back and tight end at 165 pounds. Jackson Dunker, a running back at 145 pounds, only a sophomore. Hunter Dunn, at junior at 145 pounds, be a wide receiver. And Josiah Fuentes on the offensive and defensive line at 190 is a senior. Chase Barnett, also a senior at 195, doing offense and defensive line, along with Michael Nichols at 200 pounds, a senior. Thomas Medlin at 205, all on the offensive and defensive lines. So that'll be the Beat Diggers lineup, and I will have to pick up on the Wiggins Tigers as we go along. But looks like the Tigers are going to receive the ball.
Yep, Brush won the toss, deferred to the Wiggins Tigers, so they'll get the ball right off the bat to start this game. And as we take a look at it, Rob, what a great night here for football. It's a little warm early in August. This is 0 week, so the Beat Diggers get a chance to play a week earlier, get a little experience under their belt right now before they take on the Fort Morgan Mustangs next week. Last week they were supposed to have a scrimmage, but with the bad weather we had and the lightning, it had to cancel the scrimmage. So this is a great way for them to, get the scrimmage time in, playing in a live game situation. I know they've been looking forward to that because they've been, battling against each other all year long for the last 3 weeks. So it's nice to get somebody else that you get to go up against.
And the Wiggins Tigers will come out with their white uniforms and black helmets and black numbers, and that's mostly white out there. And of course, the Beat Diggers in their home. I don't know, what do you call that? Cardinal.
That is Cardinal and athletic gold, and they've got Cardinal socks with them too. So they're, like I said, and if you want to get a visual while you're not on TV and we can't see it right now, it mirrors a lot of what the USC Trojans are wearing.
Okay, gold pants, and we're ready to go. And how do we say Puga's?
Juvenile Puga.
Juvenile?
Or junior for short, that'll work too.
Let's go for junior. That's what I remember from last year. That big kid, 275 pounds. That's a big soccer player.
Yes, it is. Brush will be kicking from left to right on your dial. Just about underway at Beat Digger Stadium.
Puga trying to get that ball set up. It's not cooperating real well. And trying to pick up on those numbers. For the Tigers, it looks like number 3's down there is Bryce Ford, deep on the near side. We're still going to have to get a holder here in a moment.
And Bryce Ford, interesting fact, he was a Brush student for a long time, moved to a Wiggins, family transferred over to Wiggins, so now he's playing for the Wiggins Tigers. But
I guess that tee's just not going to cooperate. We're going to have to go with the holder.
Well, they're in an area of the grass there where it's it needs to get healed up and get some more grass in that area. It's kind of spotty, so it makes it difficult to put a tee down.
Okay, we're underway for this year. Kick's going to bounce about to 20 and rolls past the Tiger down to the 5-yard line. Coming to the near side, he'll cut back to the far side, and ball's loose. Beat Diggers have it, and they're going to be inside the 15-yard line, I think. You catch that spot, Ron?
Nice job. I couldn't figure out who picked the ball up, but an excellent job on the part of Brush, getting down there on the coverage, breaking down, not letting anybody get outside their lines. They put a great hit on the Wiggins Tigers, and all of a sudden we've got a turnover, and it's Brush ball, first down and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Big mistake for the Tigers. They didn't need that. So the Beat Diggers will take over. Okay, they're saying a hold on Wiggins also on that. Decline that and keep the ball, I guess. And they'll set it down right on the 15-yard line. First and 10. We'll flex out Zachary Rutherford Gonzalez to the left. Backs in the T. Under center is, that's Maltos, or or Garcia,
It is
Maltos Garcia. And we've got a run to the right side. I think that's Welland for about 3 yards, maybe 4.
That time they came out with their tight end to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side, sent their slot receiver in motion away from the far sideline, and then just handed the ball off to Welland straight ahead.
Just a power run, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Okay, we'll have a wide to the near side. 2 tight ends, backs in the T. Queen in the slot, and a pitch to the far side. And there's a touchdown, Beat Diggers. And that was
Isaac Morales.
Yeah, Isaac Morales. Choking on the names there already, Ron. But a nice 12-yard run for the Beat Diggers.
Great job that time. Brush lined up again with their 2 receivers to the near side of the field. And it was actually the short side how they had it here. And what they did is they went ahead and pitched the ball to the left where the tight end was. Wide side of the field. Isaac Morales takes the pitch on a 59 and goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
Okay, Junior Fuga will get set up for the extra point try. Ball's down. Kick's going to go right into, no, it was a fake and a pass there by Maltos Garcia, but he got decked.
Yeah, I think it was a high snap because and so he had no choice other than just take off with the ball and try to see if he could get a pass completed. He's coming off the field, he's holding his right shoulder, and that is not a good sign for the freshman quarterback.
No, we don't need that. Tyrone Whipple out there to meet him, check him out. Says, I'm kind of okay. So the Beat Diggers will go up 6-0 with 11:13 on the clock. First period.
Well, Rob, coming into this season, some of the pluses we can talk about is that this is year number 2 of Brush Beat Digger football for these seniors here, where they're understanding the terminology and what exactly is expected of them. So that's really important. It makes their job a little bit easier, and they got to have some confidence coming out of last year. Finishing out the season pretty strong. So that's a key right there. But the big thing is the chemistry right now with, being able to find out who that offensive line is going to be and working on the chemistry there to be able to get a group of guys that can block and protect the quarterback.
Okay, Junior's up to the ball and gets a low line drive kick. It's come to the near side, and that's Ford with it. He cuts up the middle. He's got a good run back. He's almost out to the 40. He'll be maybe down at the 39, 40-yard line for the Tigers. Give that Beat Digger score on a 15-yard drive after that fumble on the first kickoff. They're going to set it right on the 40-yard line. The Tigers come out, put 2 wides to the near side. Tight into the far side. Backs in the T. And hand off to the deep back. It's number 6 out there. That's Logan Goddard. Nice run of about 6-7 yards.
Pick up of about 6 yards, exactly. And Wiggins did a great job on the far side. Basically what their linemen did is they just stepped out and just wall blocked our guys and just allowed Goddard to get up inside the hole there and pick up a good gain. So the defensive line has got to be able to recognize that. They've got to get their hands on those ball players, and they've got to be able to read what's going on and get off those blocks and not let them control them like that.
Okay, we'll have Ford in the backfield. Devin Harshman, the quarterback, under center. He has it to the deep back, and a couple yards maybe there for Logan Goddard. He'll be short of the first down. He'll bring third down and a short 2. All set about the 48.5-yard line of the Tigers. They got to get into Beat Digger territory to get a first down. Logan Kerr will come to the near side. Logan Goddard in the backfield. Harshman under center. And he drops the ball, flips it to the far side here. Cutting back and hit down is Bryce Ford. I don't know if that was a fake fumble and a pitch, but it didn't work. It's going to be fourth down a little over 2 yards. It'll lose about a half yard out of that.
Yeah, that play was it was blown up from the beginning. There was no consistency at that time right off the bat. So
looks like Wiggins is going to go for it.
At this point, the guy getting the ball is looks like it should be Goddard at this situation right now.
2 wides to the near side. And hand off. Oh, boy, that's going to come down to the mark. We're right here on the 50-yard line. They're going to mark it way short. I thought he was across the line.
Yeah, he is. From our vantage point, he is on just short of the 50-yard line. So it'll be Brush Beat Digger football at 8 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brush leading by a score of 6-0.
We'll put it to the 49-yard line for the Beat Diggers to start their second drive. We'll send Zachary Gonzalez out to the left. Backs in a T. He got under center there. I think that's Maltus Garcia. He's got it. He'll hand it to Wellen. He's got blockers picking his way, and for about a 10-yard gain, maybe 9.5. It's going to be close to the first down. Just kind of overwhelmed the Tigers there.
Nice job. Quick trap there. Got the guard pulling. Running back's following right behind him in that hole where it's vacated, and he picks up big yards. Brush Beat Digger football.
Coach Mills there on the helping out coach. You know they're going to be running it hard and often. Alto's back. He's going to pass it over the far side. Queen's got it. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. He's going across the 10. Nice stiff arm touchdown. Beat Diggers. Dave Queen goes 41 yards on the pass from Maltos Garcia. That'll make it 12-0 for the Beat Diggers. Queen showed that athletic ability there.
And yeah, exactly. And Brush caught Wiggins in a situation right there where they were expecting run, because that's what Brush does. And all of a sudden they sneak the slot receiver out there and get the ball to him real quick. And Queen does the rest of the work, working himself down the field and scoring a touchdown. Great call in a great situation. Now that puts Brush up right now by a score of 12-0, and they're looking to go for a 2-point conversion.
Garcia or Hondo under center, hands it to Wellen. He'll dive forward, and it'll be 14-0 for the Beat Diggers after the 2-point conversion. Number 21 on the run for the extra points. And that comes 8:06 first period.
Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill works for the community to make sure there are jobs for the members of the communities they're in. And also B&B Appliance. B&B Appliance can help you with all of your appliance needs. Stop in and see what they can do for you. Check them out on Ensign in Fort Morgan. That's B&B Appliance.
They do a great job up there.
Yes,
like all our sponsors, we're lucky to have such great sponsors.
Yes.
And great community support for the Beat Diggers and the Tigers today. All of us in the county here. Next week we'll go against the Mustangs. And they'll be here.
Yep, something that we always look forward to that game. It's always a good draw, and it's always a good game for the community of both communities to get together and come out here and support each other. I know when we play there, it's the same situation. Things get rowdy and crazy, and I expect it to be the same when they're playing here in Beat Digger Stadium next week.
Pugo will kick it, and picked up about the 8-yard line. Coming up is Tiger. That's number 9. That'll be Jacob Jensen on the carry, a junior for the Tigers. Make it out. Looks like about the 25-yard line. Let's see where they set it down. Nice run back by the Tigers. Got Hunter Dunn out there on defense for the Beat Diggers. Morales.
You know, after the first big runs that Wiggins had, the defensive line decided to get a little tighter, and they were doing their job holding up those offensive linemen and allowing our linebackers to make those tackles, and that's what they got to do to be successful.
Okay, Harshman under center, and it's, yeah, I think he's still got it on a keeper, maybe a yard there. Let's take a look. There was a big scrum in there, and that was Devin Harshman on the carry.
He picked up about 2 yards?
Yep, let's give him 2. Okay, we're set to go. 2 wides to the near side, backs in the T. A little fake, a little pitch for the Tigers. Nice cutback. Good hard run there by Ford. And he drives forward for the first down.
Yes, at that time, Wiggins just ran option left, and Brush was not ready for it. They did not, they had the guys out there were able to block and wall him off, and he cut back inside and picked up those 8 yards to pick up a first down for Wiggins. So,
Truett Freehoff, number 11, comes in for the Tigers with the play, and he'll flex out here to the near side along with Logan Kerr. Harshman under center. Ford right behind. Oops, we get a little wiggle there, and that's going to cost 5 yards.
Got a jump offside by the left tackle from Wiggins.
That'll cost him 5. Clock down to just inside 7 minutes here in the first quarter.
Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings from Beat Digger Stadium, where the Beat Diggers are leading by a score of 14-0 over Wiggins.
Freehoff and Logan Kerr come out to the near side. Backs in the T. A little keeper fake there by Harshman, and he's going to be up for about 3 yards maybe. Didn't quite make it to the 35-yard line. So they're going to set it right at the 35.
Picked up about...
Call it 2nd and 12 maybe.
2nd and 12, yeah.
About 3 yards.
Picked up about 3 yards on that play.
I can count the little numbers. Okay. Okay, here comes Kerr to the near side. And I think that's Bassler clear out to the right side. Harshman under center. Long count. Right. Little delayed handoff and good defense by the Beat Diggers. Nothing going there. Goddard on the carry.
That should bring up a 3rd down and 10. I think he only picked up about 1 yard on that.
Yeah, I guess he did get a yard. I didn't think he got that much, but got a little bit. Be 3rd and long, 3rd and 11. Basically just crossed that white line there on the 35. 2 wides to the near side. Backs discussing it.
We got a timeout. Wiggins calls a timeout, and with that timeout, we'll take a timeout.
30-second timeout
30-second
here
timeout.
on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to the Digger Dome. The Beat Diggers lead it 14-0, 5:27, taking on the Wiggins Tigers. Tigers 3rd and 11 from their own 35, just outside the 35.
Wiggins right now is on a 5-play drive, so they've got some consistency here, but they got to see if they can convert on 3rd down.
Oh, nice tackle there in the backfield by Isaac Morales, right? Number 30?
Yep, that time Coach Creighton sent a linebacker blitz, and he was wide open and got through the first line there, saw the quarterback, wrapped him up, and took him to the ground.
Big loss here. Let's see where they set it down, about the 27-yard line.
But
So it'll be 4th down and long. Very
4th down
long
and
here.
about 26.
Too much. Okay, we only got one defender over here to the near side.
Down to
Tigers set
19.
the punt, but nice high punt. coming towards Morales. Is just going to let it roll. Going to go down to the 20-yard line. And the Beat Diggers will take over on downs. A pretty good little battle there.
Yeah. I mean, there weren't a whole lot of yards, except they had one run that picked up 8 yards on that one of those plays. But other than that, it was just 2 yards here, 3 yards there. But trying to look for some consistency on the part of Wiggins, but they're not able to get that together quite yet. And the Brush Beat Digger defense is doing a good job of starting to play with a little more consistency and understanding what they need to do on the defensive line side.
Alejandro Maltos Garcia, the freshman, gets everybody set up. Got Queen out here to the near side. Backs in a T. Welland Morales. Hand it to Welland right up the middle. That was Morales. Excuse me. He's up for about 11, 12 yards. Come to the right side.
That was a dive right, a 24 in the Brush Beat Digger offense. If you understand the offense and the wing T offense, that was a 24 with Morales, and it's a first down.
Set it down 33-yard line, it looks like.
Yep.
Having a little trouble with the stakes over there.
13-yard pickup for Morales.
Okay. Now they get them set down. Alejandro under center. Welland gets it, breaks into the clear. He may go all the way. He's across the 50, the 40. Nobody's going to catch him as he sprints away from everybody for the touchdown for the Beat Diggers. 20-0 for the Beat Diggers.
67-yard touchdown run for Nick Welland on a nice little quick hitter on a 31 trap, and it's a touchdown.
Wow. I didn't know Welland was that fast. I knew he was strong and quick, but a great blocking there, those.
Yes, it's a quick hitter. That guard pulling, down blocking everybody else. The backside guard pulls, kicks him out. Welland's got a hole there, and all he's got to do is get through the first line of defense there, and it's all off to the races for him.
Okay. Puga getting set for the extra point. Alejandro to hold it down there for him. Okay, they got the spot, and ball's up. It's 21-0 for the Beat Diggers. How about that? Let's take 30 seconds on 1010, KSIR, and KSR.com. Okay, welcome back to the Digger Dome, and 3:46 here in the first quarter. Beat Diggers up 21-0, Ron.
Well, it's on big hitting plays, fast hitting plays, quick traps, quick dives. Offensive line doing a great job of getting off the line of scrimmage and getting to their men and blocking them. And then it's doing a great job on the part of the running backs of getting the ball and making things happen from that point on.
Junior Fugger kicks it down to Jensen. I think he's going to pick it up, come to the center, and cuts back. He's going to be out to about the 20s. Had some nice little juking going on there. And the Tigers will take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers, down by 21. Tigers in the white, and they're going from our right to left. Beat Diggers in the cardinal and gold. We have Logan Kerr coming to the near side. Harshman under center. Backs in the T. Harshman, a little keeper, a little pitch. Good coverage by the Beat Diggers. And going backwards is Bryce Ford. He's going to be knocked down short of the line of scrimmage. We're going to lose about 1 yard. We'll bring up second and 11.
Brush did a great job of recognizing that was an option again and not getting caught inside there, having great pursuit coming upfield and making the tackle for a 1 yard loss.
Young guys are learning quick.
They're learning quick. You know, you can practice all you want, but there's nothing like throwing them into the fire there and letting them play in a game situation. That's where you're going to learn.
Truett Freehoff wide to the right. To the near side is Logan Kerr. Ford in the backfield. Harshman under center. He's going to hand it to Ford, I think, and he's going to be up for about 4 yards. Set it down at 23.
Picked up about 4 yards.
Heard Thomas Metlin's name on the call there on the tackle. He's surrounded by Chase Barnett, Michael Nichols, Josiah Fuentes holding the line there. 2 wides to the near side. A little motion there now by the Tigers. Peters adjusting. Back to pass and a big rush again. And looking and tackled eventually. It'll end up being about a 2-yard gain there for Harshman, but he didn't have anywhere to go with
Quarterback just scrambling to the far side trying to get the ball downfield, but nobody was open, and of course the Brush defense did a great job of smothering him down and not letting him get out or get that ball downfield.
Wouldn't let him set up so he could even look away. Okay, 4th and 5, almost 6 for the Tigers. And it comes the punt. And nobody's back for the Beat Diggers. It's going to bounce at the 36 and go clear down to the 23-yard line. And Tigers will mark it down. It's Logan Kerr down there to set it down. And the Beat Diggers headed to our right, up 21-0. And we're down to 1:23 left here in the first quarter. Alejandro out there with the play, the last one to run to the huddle. Getting those instructions from the coach. Is that Coach Mills calling the plays, or is that
I believe it's Coach Schwint.
I forgot to look. He was out on the field before he... Okay, Beat Diggers in T. 2 tights in the slot. Alejandro back, and he's got a receiver right here, headed to the end zone. He can stretch it out. Going across the 25 and going to be hit down by Logan Goddard. Caught up with him. Uh-oh, we got a flag coming in late. Back here about the 40-yard line. I'm not sure what that one will be. Sure hope it's not a block back there because he was in wide open running away.
I think it was, just looking at the sidelines and Coach Schwint talking to one of his ball players. I know he was not very happy, so it looks like it was an illegal block. What a great play and a great call at that time. They run an 81 cross, so they got the tight end on the far side. He crosses across the formation. Maltos finds the open spot right there, gets him the ball, and just lets him do the work to get downfield and pick up a big gainer. But right now, it might all be for nothing.
Let's see where they mark it down. Probably from the spot of the foul. That's going to hurt even at that at 15 yards from the spot, which is, well, we threw the flag at the 40. Now he's going to mark it off from the 45. So, going to head back into Beat Digger territory. Beat Digger first down at their 45, but that's about a 40-yard penalty.
Yep. So officially give him a 25-yard pickup on that.
Luke Seawald on the catch. I didn't catch the block was so far away from the play. That's what really hurts.
I think the illegal block was on Queen, but I'm not quite sure. So just from my indications of looking at Coach Schwint on the sidelines.
Zach Gonzalez to the far side and a little
36.
36, is that what you call that?
It was, yep.
Isaac Morales coming
9 yards for bringing up second down.
It's kind of like a little misdirection. Fake it to the left and run to the right.
Well, yeah, they're faking to the fullback going inside and then handing it off to the halfback who's on the far side. Does a little jab counter step and comes back to his right, follows his pulling guard.
9 yards on the carry, a little more than that. It'll be second and short for the Beat Diggers. We've got a new wide receiver out there. That's Caden Swint, 125 pounds of him.
That's one of those freshmen, another one of those freshman ball players coming into the game.
He's all excited. He's on the wrong side. He's got to run clear across the field now.
Coach has got to call a timeout, and I'm sure Coach Schwint's not very happy about that. But anyway, with that, we'll take a 30-second timeout.
On 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR. Beat Diggers lead it 21-0. 40 seconds left here, first period, waiting for the Tigers to come out. Diggers are ready. Caden Swindle set up here on the right side this time.
pressure on that last timeout. Coach just had to get them set and make sure they were in the right formation.
Seawalda tied into the near side. Beat Diggers 1st and 1. At the 46-yard line. Tigers might have got away with a little come across the line. There's a pass to Swint. He went down to a knee, but he'll get the first down. And inside of Tiger territory down to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Diggers.
Nice call at that time. Short side of the field. A little quick hitter for Caden Schwint. Him and Maltos have worked together on that a lot over the summertime, and that's another good pass play right there for a first down. So keeping Wiggins off balance between the pass and the run.
Gonzalez to the far to the left. Seawalda tied into the near side. Little motion there by Queen out of the slot. Handoff to Morales on it. No, that was Wellen coming from that left side of the tee. He's going to be close to the first down, about 8-yard carry. Lead blocker out there is kind of a big guy, Nate Miner. Okay, that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Beat Diggers 21, Tigers nothing. Beat Diggers driving down at the 33-yard line. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. And, of course, we got the 1A Wiggins Tigers out there going against 2A Beat Diggers. Next week it'll be the Beat Diggers being the ones on the short side of the numbers. They'll go against the 3A Fort Morgan Mustangs, and that ought to be good. We'll be here at 7 o'clock on 1010 KSIR with Brush Fort Morgan next week, but we got 3 quarters to go here.
Well, I wouldn't say the short side. I'd say they're just a bigger classification, but
right.
Brush will be ready to play come next week, and it's no easy game, no matter where you're playing and who you're playing. Brush will be ready to play Fort Morgan next week.
Yeah, we've got to get those bragging rights going. We'll change directions. Beat Diggers will be headed north to our left, towards the graveyard.
Yep.
Remember a long time ago, one of the Denver Post guys said that football field's between the graveyard and Hospital Road. Scary. Okay. Alejandro under center. He's back to pass, looking for a little dump off to the right side, and running up the side is Morales, and he's going to be hit out of bounds.
Nice job. Little right flare pass. Maltos drops back. The halfback flares out there. He looks for him, reads the free safety, and throws the ball, and picks up a big gainer right there.
Yeah. Alejandro got 2 older brothers. He's had a lot of practice probably in the backyard from the old guys. Okay, we'll send Hunter Dunn wide to the right. Queen in the slot to the right. Hondo is going to pitch it. Good call. Coming to the near side. It's Morales, and he's going to cut in. Oh, just hit down about the 3-yard line. Just got it by the ankle there. Nice tackle by Truett Freehoff.
Great job of running to the near side of the field, which was the wide side of the field this time. Had the tight end there. The tight end's responsible for hooking the defensive end, and it's a quick pitch to Morales, and he's off to the races down the sideline.
Got to give that look to the right side and cut it back, and big pickup. Ball at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Diggers. A little motion there. And a handoff to Wellen, and touchdown Diggers. 4 yards for the Beat Diggers. Nick Wellen, another touchdown. Make it 27 for the Beat Diggers.
Basic Brush football right there. A trap to the left side, which is a 31 trap. Got the backside guard pulling, wide open, and it's a touchdown.
Junior Fuga out to get set up. He needs that practice too.
Yes, he does.
You got a 275-pound kicker. You would think he might be in the middle of the offensive line, but I haven't seen him there yet. And he's got the foot. A little feint by the Tigers, and somebody wiggled, or the Tiger come across the line. We'll see. I think they're saying that's against the Tigers. Did you hear that?
I didn't.
I think they got a little encroachment there by one of the Tiger rushers. Coach Swint's signal to the official was he was kicking. I'm not sure what that meant. There's a snap. Not a very good snap, but a great set down and an extra point for the Beat Diggers makes it 28-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 10-10 KSIR. Beat Diggers lead at 28-0 with 11:41 in the second period. Okay, and welcome back. Beat Diggers lead at 28-0. We've got 11:41 here in the first period. So Junior Fuga's going to be tired. He's been kicking off a lot.
Kicking off, that's the name of the game. You want to be kicking off and kicking extra points. So Brush has put together some big drives here, some big quick hitting plays with big gains on them and touchdowns, and that's exactly what I know Coach was looking forward to for these guys to be able to play this game, get some continuity, get some confidence going into next week as they match up with Fort Morgan. But this is great for them to see where they're at this point of the season.
Bryce Ford back with Jacob Jensen deep, and the kick's going to come towards Jensen. Oh, he fumbles it. It's going to dive forward and a scramble for it. The Beat Diggers may have it. And let's see, that was Zachary Rutherford Gonzalez in there and kind of kicked it away, and it looks like it's Caden Swint recovering the fumble as it fumbled towards the Beat Diggers.
Fumble towards the Beat Diggers. Great job on the part of Rutherford, getting down there, blowing up the play and causing that guy to fumble the ball, and heads-up play on the part of Caden Schwint to know exactly where that ball was and get on top of it.
Hold it a second. They're setting up the down markers to go the other way.
It sure looked like he should have had the ball, that recovery, but Coach Schwint's right in the referee's ear there trying to figure out what's going on.
He's got a smile.
Yeah,
well, that's George Baker down there. Isn't he a little old for this? Don't tell him I said that. My old neighbor. Tigers are going to retain possession.
So Wiggins will have the ball at the 26-yard line.
They put Ryder Bassler, a freshman, in motion to the near side as they head south to our left. And a big rush, a screen pass by the Tigers, but Bryce Ford, it wasn't very... The pass was a little behind him, and he drops it, so it'll be second and 10.
They brought him in motion, hoping that watch the defense rotate and then throw that screen back to the far side here. But Brush was very disciplined in their defense and did not bite on that and stayed home at that time. Of course, it wasn't a very good pass either, but good job on the part of the defense.
Okay, we'll bring Truett Freehoff to the near side. Backs in the tee. Harshman under center. Going to pitch it back to Bryce Ford, and he's going to stretch it out a little bit and gain about 2 yards maybe. Host of Beat Diggers over there. Is that 62 or 52 on the tackle? That
was Metland.
Metland?
Tommy Metland, yes.
Yeah, I'll give it 3 on that. It's almost out to the 29.5-yard line. Logan Kerr right up next to his sideline there on the far side. Backs in the tee. Now have a little motion, and the keeper by Harsh. No, he handed it off. Kind of a little bit of a comeback move by Ryder Bassler, a freshman for the Tigers.
Yeah, Bassler that time was in the slot on the far side, and they brought him in motion. It was basically like a miniature or kind of a makeshift jet sweep to the right side. Brush did a great job of sniffing it out and getting him for a loss.
So 4th down and 6 to go for the Tigers from their own 30. Put Bassler out to this side. Oh, they're going to go ahead and punt it away. It looked like a run formation, or it's going to fall dead at the Beat Diggers 20. Down the market dead is Logan Kerr. Zach Gonzalez was back there, but there's no way to field that.
No,
kind of
you
a
just
low line drive.
let it roll, get away from it. 20-yard line's not a bad starting area. No mistakes at this time. They just got to make sure they continue to play good, solid football. Don't do something that's going to cost your team any kind of points.
So the Beat Diggers will head north after the 4 and out for the Tigers. As we got
a timeout.
Second timeout of the first half for the Beat Diggers.
Coach Wynn calls the second timeout. At 10:08 to go in the second quarter, Brush leading by a score of 28-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
Okay, welcome back. The Beat Diggers are lined up to head north. Alejandro Maltos Garcia under center and a wide receiver to the way far side. And a little motion here. And a handoff underneath. And I think that's Welland on the carry. He'll pick up a couple. Bringing in the plays, Hunter Dunn, wide receiver for the Beat Diggers, a junior, at 145 pounds. Replaces Zach Gonzalez. We bring Hunter Dunn wide to the near side, here by the Beat Digger bench. Alejandro under center. And a little keeper to the near side. He's got a blocker. He could go all the way. He cuts inside, and it's going to be a speed run, and it's going to be
Queen.
Alejandro. Oh, that's Queen on that. Did he get a handoff in there? Or did
Jade Queen was in there at quarterback at that time. He ran a bootleg left, wide open, great blocking by the receiver on the near side of the field, and he's off to the races for a touchdown.
Okay, 10 and
so a 60-yard touchdown run for.
Wow. How about that? See, we started that at the 20, didn't we?
20, so it's a 60-yard touchdown. 70-yard touchdown. No.
80-yard touchdown.
Yep, 80-yard touchdown.
But it's only about 74. Didn't we have a 2-yard run in there?
Yeah, 74, 78.
Yeah, something like that. That's a long run. Let's call it 78. And Junior Fuga. Uh-oh. We got a delay on the Beat Diggers. Officials tapping his chest. Too many players?
Looks like it.
Yep. Uh-oh. Somebody's running off. Don't tell anybody. 80's the one that's coming off. He's the one that's going to... But I don't have an 80, so... Do you have an 80 on the other score sheet? I don't either.
I believe it's going to be Edgar Espinoza.
Oh, okay.
So they're listing him as 88, but I think he's number 80 here.
Would have been a secret if you hadn't told him. Okay, it's 34-0 for the Beat Diggers. How about that? As they get set to go, 9:14 on the clock. Second quarter. And numbers-wise, I think there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids on the bench for the Tigers. So they're vastly outnumbered.
17 kids they've got on their roster that's suited tonight for this game.
So that's tough go. I played on a team that we had to borrow players from the other team to finish the game. So it's not a fun position to be way undermanned.
No, and Brush is not going to lend them any players, so they're on their own in this one.
I think it's kind of like a forfeit when you do that. We didn't finish our game.
No.
Okay, Junior set to kick it away again.
9 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the second period. Brush leading by a score of 34-0.
Ford and Jensen back, I think. Kick's coming to Jensen here in the nearest hash mark, and he's going to cut it up and get it out across the 30. To about the 33. Good run back there by Jensen. He's a junior for the Tigers. Tough to see Tristan Dory out there picking up the tees. He's a pretty good athlete for the Beat Diggers, but he said he's got to do some medical work, so we hope that all goes well for Tristan. Okay, Tigers headed south, 9:07 on the clock. And they'll start at their 33. And a handoff right underneath. Nice gain for the Tigers across the 40. Got about 6-7 yards there for the Tigers. And
8 yards.
There's Logan Goddard on the carry. He's second and 2 for the Tigers.
Transwest. Transwest believes that customers are number one. Check out their selection online or just stop by one of their dealerships in Fort Morgan or Sterling today. That's Transwest Automotive.
Got all kinds of tempting items up there.
Yes.
Especially when your pickup looks like it's been hit by ball peen hammers. Okay, another underneath handoff. That'll be a first down for the Tigers. Ball comes free, but a nice job. They're going to say a fumble, but it was a Tiger that jumped on it, and that Tiger is number 30. That's Ryder Bassler.
So a 4-yard gain before the fumble. After the fumble, a 7-yard gain total.
Wow, got to put it in Beat Digger territory, 49.5-yard line. First and 10 Tigers. They haven't had too many first downs, so that's a big play for the Tigers. Ford and Goddard in the backfield in a T. Trip free off to the near side. Harshman under center. Deep drop back, getting a little rush. Now he's going to break into the free, into the clear, and come across the 45-yard line in Beat Digger territory. It's gained almost 5. We're going to mark it down 5-6 yards there.
5 yards on the gain.
So we'll call it 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. 7:22, clock running. We'll swing Logan Kerr far to the left. He's going to be joined out there by Ryder Bassler as they kind of stack up. And they'll put Bassler in motion towards the line of scrimmage, or towards the quarterback. Gives him a tap on the way by. A big rush by the Beat Diggers, and there's going to be a sack. A big crunch there by the Beat Diggers.
Aaron Taylor for the Brush Beat Diggers on the sack that time. Great job. That brings up a 5, 6, 7, 8-yard loss.
That puts the ball back into Tiger territory. 3rd down and about 12.5 yards to go, maybe 13. For the Tigers for the first down, they got to get across the inside the 40-yard line of the Beat Diggers. Logan Kerr will head to the far side of the field. And we'll bring Freehoff to the near side. And we're going to have a timeout, I believe. Just didn't get the things right. So let's take a short timeout. We'll be back in a moment. Beat Diggers lead 35-0 over the Wiggins Tigers. We'll be back in a moment here for the end of the rest of the second quarter on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back, and the Tigers are ready to go. 3rd and 13. Underneath handoff and come across the 50. That being hit as let's see if I can pick up the number there on the running back.
Bryce Ford again for Wiggins. Pickup of about 5 yards.
So let's make it 4th and along 6. Call it 4th and 7. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Beat Diggers. Tigers look like they're going to go for it. Morales is going to come up in the linebacker position. Uh-oh. Beat Diggers gave up 5 yards there. Nathaniel Miner got a little excited there. He jumped across the line.
He's got to watch the ball. Your number one priority, watch the ball. Don't move on any sounds. Move on the ball. Now that puts Wiggins in a situation right now where they're 4th and short, about 3 yards there. So I'd look for that dive play again by Ford. That seems to be pretty successful. They picked up good yards on that. Or option to the far side of the field.
Ford on the near side of the tee. And then we got a wiggle from one of the tackle on for the Tigers.
We're just changing yards side. Back and forth.
Oh, that really hurts. And that's Sheldon Reisner. I assume that's Coach's son.
Yes, it is.
That's going to be a tough one on the way home.
So now we're back to 4th and 8 again.
Mistakes drive coaches crazy, right?
Yeah. Mental mistakes.
I remember Coach Mills, that was a lot of laps. Okay, there's a little handoff to Ford. He got tripped up. Nice job. Not making a tackle, but diving in there. That's Morales that got him tripped up. And then got help from his buddies. As Nate Miner on top and a couple other beat diggers, and they'll take over on downs. Tigers got a little better drive this time. The beat diggers will take it over and head north. Still leading 35-0, 5:04 here in the quarter.
Right now I look for them to air it out, throw the ball downfield.
And I'm worried about who's quarterback now. Oh, we got a new quarterback, number 6, and breaking into the clear, and that's Wellen. He's going to go all the way. He's got one guy to beat. He's in the 5 and across the goal line. And is that little trap play?
That is a quick trap play again. Not sure who was in there at quarterback at that time, though.
I forgot.
Oh, that was Ivan Cardenas, a freshman also. He played quarterback last year in middle school, and he came in there for that play, handed the ball off to Wellen. Wellen's off to the races for a 60-yard touchdown run.
And I don't have number 6 on my roster either.
He's number 7 on the roster here, but he's wearing 6 right now. So.
Okay. Ivan Cardenas, number 6, quarterback. He's a little bitty guy. What was that, about
60 yards?
60 yards. There goes the kick. It looks pretty good. And it's good. Oh, my goodness. 41-0 now.
That'll be 42-0.
I wrote down 34 earlier. I think that was wrong.
The running clock is in effect now, and so it'll stay in effect in the second half, too. They will not start it over again. So time's going to go by pretty quick.
Okay, and that came with 4:04 on the clock, and it's running. So that's when I caught it running there, Ron. Okay.
Morgan Community College. Morgan Community College is there to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out at morgancc.edu. Also, Ingmeier Phillips Insurance. Things happen in life. Make sure you're prepared with the right insurance coverage. Ingmeier Phillips Insurance in Brush and Fort Morgan.
Okay, thanks, Ron. Beat Diggers get set to kick it away again. Tigers huddling up over there. But seen a scary thing yesterday. Geese headed south.
Not good.
No.
Means winter's not too
what
far
does that
behind,
mean?
right?
I don't know. That worries me. And here it is in the 90s today, I think. But, okay. We've got Bryce Ford back there deep, along with Jacob Jensen.
With the running clock, 3:0. Actually, we're under 3 minutes now in the first half. Rush just kicked the ball off to Wiggins.
And here comes the run up the near side. And some little bitty guys out there for Brush trying to drag the ball. This sets Truett Freehoff with the ball. He makes it out almost to the 30-yard line. Let's make it to 28, 27 and a half.
You said those little guys out there, those are a lot of the freshman ball players are out on those special teams. And you know what? They're showing there's no fear at all. They're hustling down the field, breaking down, and putting their head on those ball players and making tackles. So that's really encouraging from a young group of guys like that to not have any fear and get down there and cover.
Well, we've got Jose Salazar out there. He's a senior at 170.
Caden Schwint was in there. He's hustling downfield, breaking down and making those tackles.
Nichols is still in there at defensive tackle, along with Josiah Fuentes. Wellen and Queen, linebackers, along with Morales. And back to pass, a big rush, but a long, nice throw, but just a little bit too long over the head of number 30. That's Ryder Bassler, the freshman for the Tigers. Showed a pretty good arm there by Harshman. He threw that from the near, well, I guess we can't say we got the hash marks because there aren't any.
No.
There's some white lines out there. But he put that almost out of bounds, 25 yards down the field. That's a pretty good-sized arm. For a big throw, anyway. There's Harshman on the carry. He's going to pull it down and a couple of feints, and he's going to pitch it. He's going to be up for about a 5-yard, 6-yard carry. Going to have to hurry because that clock's down the inside of a minute to go.
That time Wiggins ran an option left. He opted to keep the ball and cut up inside, and rush linebackers were waiting there for the tackle.
3rd and 3, 40 seconds. Clock's rolling. Harshman under center. And he's going to hand it to the near side. And close to the first down. That's Logan Goddard on the carry.
And he did pick up a first down, so he is just shy of the 40-yard line. That should give him a first down.
They better hurry because now we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout with 13.2 seconds to go.
So we've only got 13 seconds to go here. So
Northeastern, when it comes to your future, Northeastern is miles ahead, and they're a college that's close to home. Central Auto Parts, helping with all your automotive and vehicle needs. Serving Morgan County, your local Napa store, Central Auto Parts. And High Plains Bank. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Offering you a variety of banking needs, including agricultural and personal loans.
Well, the Tigers been a rough first half here for them. But, they've shown flashes. And, they're going to have a week off next week, it looks like. They'll hit Platte Canyon in September, let's say the 8th.
September 7th. September 7th Friday, is that right?
I don't know. I see this 9-8 here.
9-8, so they'll play on it,
off of one of those internet thingamabobs. Computers and me don't get along. But I did get it printed off. Okay, we got wide receivers stacked up to the far side. Backs in the T. Now we get a little motion to the near side. And there's a pitch back to the running back. And they're going to throw it down the middle. Oh, and that was a good play. Logan Kerr was out there and open down at the 25-yard line running free, but the ball was a little bit short. And I think that was Logan Goddard on the pass.
Yeah, well, that time Wiggins lined up the receivers stacked on the far side of the field, brought the slot guy in motion so they could get the defense to rotate and then throw the backside pass to that receiver coming across the field. Had that pass been a little bit closer to him, he might have been gone for a touchdown because he was behind our defensive backfield.
It was a well-designed play. Yep. It was just the pass wasn't quite there, but close. Well, it'll be it is halftime. It's 42-0 for the Beat Diggers. We'll see if we can get the scores and everything ready, and we'll send it back to Rose at headquarters here on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Beat Diggers 42-0 over the Wiggins Tigers. Welcome back. We're waiting for the second half kickoff between the Brush Beet Diggers here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. But the clock says we've got to wait a minute and 30 now. Ball's on the tee, and the officials are waving. Just wait a minute, guys. The players are all ready, Ron, but waiting for the clock to count. No, they're going to wave off that last minute and 30, and the Beet Diggers are ready to kick it away. Junior Fuga is ready, and we're underway. Kickoff comes down to Bassler, and he's going to pick it up at the 3-yard line, cut up the middle, and he's going to break into the clear for a moment, breaks 2 tackles, 3, and now he's going to finally be hit down about the 33-yard line. He could have been knocked down maybe around the 10 or 12-yard line, but see a bunch of little guys in there again.
Well, you know, when you got a running clock, Rob, at 11:35 to go in the third quarter, a lot of those young guys, it gives them an opportunity to get out there and get some playing time, and that's exactly what you want, especially with this team being as young as they are. These kind of games are very important to get them some varsity playing time. So, hats off to the other guys that did their job in the first half and let these younger guys play and get some experience.
We got some new guys out there. Aaron Taylor, Solando Herrera. 80's out there. That's Edgar Escalante. Can't pick up all the numbers, but our safety's not very big. And here comes a pass down the middle, and it's going to be overthrown. And that was a good job by Ivan Cardenas.
Yep, Yvonne playing the free safety
Yvonne,
back there for Brush. Like I said, a freshman. And Wiggins that time, they just sent Bryce Ford on a go pattern right down the center of the field, hoping that they can connect that pass and a touchdown. But the defensive backs did a great job of staying as deep as the deepest guy, not letting him get behind him. So excellent job on the part of the defense.
Okay, the Tigers getting set to go. Harshman under center. Wide receivers wide to both sides. Then we're going to have a pitch to the back. Might have got away with a hold there. There's a fumble. Scramble for it. The Beet Diggers they got out fought here right at the last moment. I think the Tigers did come up with it. Nobody's excited here on the Beet Digger bit. No, they are saying Beet Digger ball.
Head referee Kevin Jeldon signaling Brush ball going the other way. So now comes the offense back onto the field here, and this is good because Yvonne Cardenas, I believe, will be coming in to play quarterback right now. He, like I said, played quarterback last year in middle school. Now he gets his chance on the varsity level with 9 minutes and 36 seconds to go.
2 freshman quarterbacks for the Beet Diggers, huh? Okay, we'll send Caden Swint wide to the right. Backs in the tee. And a little motion. And a little keeper. And coming to the near side and hit into the Beet Digger bench is Yvonne Cardenas. He might have lost a little bit there.
Getting a little talking from Coach Schwinn. I'm sure he's giving him a couple of pointers and then also giving him the next play that's going to be going in. But Yvonne dropped back to pass, and there was no protection there, and he had to scramble for his life to the near side of the field. Now he's going back in for the next play at 2nd down and 10.
He might have gained a half a yard out of that. It's kind of hard to tell the way they've got the markers set over there. The ball is at the 43-yard line of the Tigers.
Brush moving from right to left on your dial.
Motion to the near side for the Beet Digger slot man. A little underneath handoff, and we got a flag in. Let's see, that was Kyle Wellen. Yeah,
so once again, another freshman in there. And I think right now in the backfield, they've got 2 freshmen. They've got Jace Krieger is in the backfield with Yvonne Cardenas and also with Kyle Wellen. So these young guys getting a lot of playing time here at the varsity level.
Swint Cardenas in there. I thought I seen a flag come out. They're going to move it back, put it out to the 47.5-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd down and long, 2nd 15 for the Diggers.
Zach Rutherford in for Caden Schwint on that right now for this play.
Hunter Dunn, I think, is here on the near side.
Should be Rutherford.
Yep. Cardenas with a pitch to the right side. 34's got it. He's got a blocker. He's going to break free and get close to the first down. He's out of bounds over on the Wiggins bench.
And that is Jace Krieger. Once again, like I said, those freshmen. Jace is a fast guy. He's got lots of good speed, and he runs the ball very hard. And so to have him with that pitch on the outside was pick up those yards. You got to be. It's definitely something to look forward to in years to come here for Brush.
I was going to say he went out of bounds about 2 yards short of the first down. In the Tiger territory at the 34.5-yard line. Cardenas setting up his buddies there. He's under center. And fake there. There's a handoff to Kyle Wellen again.
Tried to run an inside trap play there, and he got blown up. The defense got good penetration and blew that play up, so he had no place to go.
See Servandro Herrera out there along with Jaden Martinez in the line.
And these are guys that have not gotten a whole lot of playing time, and of course they're not going to get a lot of sub-varsity games, and they're probably going to get some JV games, but this varsity experience is definitely going to help them out a lot.
Cardenas is still in there. And he's going to have a keeper to the near side. He's got blockers. He's going to have the first down coming towards the near side. He may break in. We're going to have a flag, and he gets dumped down hard.
Boy, what a
by
great
Bryce Ford.
What a great run. A bootleg left. The guard pulled. He was out in front. Yvonne followed the guard, made a couple of moves, got downfield right at the last minute. The receiver who was blocking out here, I think that was Dunn, number 33, gets called for a holding penalty right there. So that's going to make it, it's going to just knock that play out.
And we're down to 5:39 on the clock. As soon as they set the ball down, it's liable to start going again.
No, it just keeps running. It doesn't stop at all.
They stopped it for the penalty, but now it's going again.
Yeah, okay. Caden Schwinn comes in. Hunter Dunn exits the game. He brings the play call into Yvonne Cardenas.
Brings Schwinn to the near side. Number 80 out there is Edgar Escalante, far to the right, way over there by the Wiggins bench. We're working from the near side hash marks. Headed to our left, the north. Cardenas under center. He's going to hand it right up the middle, driving forward, and that's 34, Jace Krieger. He'll pick up about 7-8 yards there. Maybe even 9, Ron.
And this is good. Looking at this, we've got our second team line here, lots of freshmen and sophomores, a few juniors sprinkled in there, going against this Wiggins varsity defense, and we are opening holes, and our running backs are getting downfield and running really well.
Jackson Dunker's going to set up his tight end to the near side. We'll send Hunter Dunn, wide receiver, far to the right. Still working from the near side hash marks. Going to our left. And we'll move out to the left side here and driving towards the first down marker. That's 34 again, Jace Krieger.
Jace Krieger setting up, trying to run a 37, which is one of our counter plays where you've got the backside guard pulling. All he's got to do is follow that guard up and through the hole and pick up some good yards there. It's third down and maybe 1?
Yeah, not even a yard. You just got to get it to the other side of that white line, about 2 football lengths away. But Escalante wide to the right. Swint here to the near side. Backs in the T. Cardenas will hand it to the right side, and there's first down for Kyle Wellen. We're going to mark that down inside the 20-yard line.
Kyle Wellen on a 30 trap that time. Inside quick trap play. Clock still running, 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brush up by a score of 42-0.
First and 10 from the Wiggins Tigers 18-yard line. See this running clock, 42-0 for the Beat Diggers. Cardenas under center. And he's going to hand it a little pitch here to the near side. And getting thrown out of bounds is Krieger again. Chase Krieger, a freshman at 155 pounds.
That time Wiggins sent a outside linebacker blitz. They had a stunt going on between the tackle and the linebacker. The tackle went out and the linebacker went inside, but we ran that quick pitch to the near side of the field, so the linebacker wasn't even a factor at that point.
Only a gain of about a yard. Call it 17. Second and 9. Inside of 2:15 left here in the third quarter. And the motion to the near side. Handoff right up the middle. Breaking through is Krieger, I think,
that
with
would be
the carry.
That is Wellen again.
Oh, Wellen again. Okay.
See, they're hitting so quick, it's hard to get a catch on that number right away on the snap of the ball. That's how fast that play is.
It's 3rd and 6 for the Beat Diggers and 147 and counting. These guys want to hurry these up. They want to play. Hunter Dunn in with the play from Coach Swint. He'll flex out to the right side. Dunker here in the tight end of the near side. Wellen and Krieger in the backfield. In the T. And Cardenas going to the right side. He's covered. Oh, good
nice
step
move.
back and moves back in, and he's going to run through, break through, and he's going to be close to the first down. I kept waiting for him to go down, and he just didn't do it. He ran clear across the field. That's about a 45-yard run.
45-yard run on a design bootleg right. Got the guard pulling. There was penetration because the slot receiver didn't get his block initially. That's why Cardenas had a dip inside. He took a step inside, made a step back outside, and he picked up big yards, and now he's got a first down inside the, 6-yard line? At the 6-yard line.
Those 3 Tigers are ready to tackle him, and he just went zip, and he's inside the about the 7-yard line. First and goal, Diggers. Little motion, handoff to
31.
Krieger, I think, isn't it? Yeah. He's going to be inside the 5 down to about the 2 or 3-yard line. And we may not make it to the fourth quarter before we'll have to change ends here as we're down the inside about 10 seconds to go, waiting for the play.
They're not going to get in a hurry. They're just going to make sure there's no mistakes here. Wait for the quarter to end. Cardenas and the offense will come over and speak with Coach Schwint. Kind of get their game plan together, what's going to happen in the fourth quarter here. Make sure everybody knows what they're doing, and just keep running the ball.
Second and goal for the Beat Diggers, and we'll go to the fourth quarter after this short timeout on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. And Ron Alvo, Rob Hastings, and we're into the fourth quarter, 12 minutes to go. And it's not going to be a whole lot longer than that, barring timeouts and injuries. But Beat Diggers have the ball. Second down from the 3. Second and goal for the Diggers. Cardenas under center. Krieger and Wellen in the backfield. A little motion to the right. And Wellen has it. He's going to be hit down short. He's made up a little bit, but we'll still call it about third down and 3. The Diggers will set up here. That clock is running fast. 30 seconds gone already. Well, in the backfield with Krieger. Cardenas under center. Put his slot receiver in motion to the right side. Peters headed south, and Wellen's going to be hit down short of the line of scrimmage. Let's bring up fourth down and goal to go.
Well, the offensive line is not doing their job right now. They're letting the defensive line get their hands on them, and they're getting penetration. So that's what's blowing up those trap plays. If you cannot control those linemen, those inside tackles, that 1 and 3 gap tackle, it's awful hard to run those trap plays. So they've got to do a better job. That the linemen have got to stay low, and they've got to move their feet on contact on those defensive linemen. Those guys are a lot bigger than the offensive linemen, but if they can maintain their technique, they can move them out of there.
Okay, 4th down, 4 to go. He lost about a yard on that one. Well, we'll move to the right side of the tee. They'll pitch it to Krieger to the left side. He's going way around the corner, but he's going to be just short of the goal line, I believe.
The defensive end for Wiggins that time read that really well. He did not stay inside. He kind of widened himself out to the wide side of the field. And on a 59, that quick pitch, the responsibility is of that tight end has got to block him, and then the tackle pulls out and has to get the next available guy. But the tight end was not able to block him or hook him at all, so that's why that play got blown up.
Jake Jensen was in on the tackle, had a little help from one of his friends, but I didn't get the number. So it'll be Wiggins' ball. First and about 98 yards to go, it looks like. Have 2 wide receivers to the near side for the Tigers. We got a timeout, Tigers. That'll stop the clock with 9:40. Ooh.
And with that, we'll talk about Willow Coffee and Bake Shop. Get a delicious treat, breakfast or lunch option to make the day better. 21 Edson Street in Brush today. Colorado Plains Medical Center. CPMC has experienced physicians and a highly trained surgical team trained in the latest surgical procedures. Explore what procedures are possible in your hometown. And then, of course, on a night like this, Rob, Ace Ice. AC Ice, man, you can't hardly beat those guys. Crystal clear ice. Good for any drink, any time of the year. You can pick up AC Ice at your local grocery store, convenience store, anywhere in northeastern Colorado. That's AC Ice.
Yeah, and they do a professional job there. They don't just go into the back room and throw a little ice in the bag out of the cooler. They got all kinds of safety procedures. They do it the right way over at AC Ice.
Right now I could use some of that AC Ice. It's a little hot in this booth. It's been like that all night. Probably 85 degrees in this booth at kickoff time, and it hasn't really let up at all.
But Beat Diggers haven't either. They're up 42-0. 9:40 left to go in the game with the running clock. Tigers get set up. Let's see. 1st and 10 for their own 2-yard line. And there's just a scrum coming forward. The Beat Diggers there's finally a tackle. About an 8-yard carry there, it looks like. Close to the 1st down.
Exactly.
Not sure who's in there to run.
Yeah, I would say based on guys that were in there, that would have been Bryce Ford, I think, on that carry for the 1st down.
That is just going to overwhelm the much smaller Diggers out there, because that looked like that Australian rules football there. It's a great view here from the Digger Dome, but even with that, we can't see much when they're all just...
We need that end zone cam.
Piling forward, yeah. Okay, Tigers under center out of the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. There's a handoff to the
Ford again.
A little pick there with Ford coming across the 15, I think.
Pickup of about 4 yards, maybe 5.
A little bit of a misdirection. He cut back to the near side here. Got Nicholas Lopez out there on defense. Jackson Dunker. Kyle Wellen, linebacker out to the far side. Okay, Tigers with 2 wide receivers in the near side. Backs in the tee. And back to pass. Big rush by the Beat Diggers, but the bounce is off. Now running forward is Harshman. Harshman's a load. He's going to be up there with another 1st down, I think.
Yeah, he's a mighty big boy trying to bring down. And he also had his big offensive lineman out there in front of him, number 66. And he was in front of him blocking, and we got Kyle Wellen who's kind of limping around out there. That big guy fell on top of him, so you're looking at probably 250 pounds on 150 pounds there, even that much.
Yeah, Harshman, we don't have any weights or heights on the Tigers, but he's a big kid. As his back's in the tee, he's under center. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Handoff right up the left side. And another 1st down for the Tigers.
once the Wiggins offense has kind of settled down now, they're just going straight at the defense, and that is where it's very difficult with those guys that are a lot smaller and inexperienced. We're just not able to hold our own against them. So that's posing a problem right now for the defensive line. And Coach Creighton is out there. He's making sure he's talking to them and telling them they've got to stay disciplined and get your hands on those guys and don't let them throw you around.
Servando Herrera is the biggest guy out there. He's a sophomore at 210. He looks way bigger than anybody else out on the field with him besides the Tigers. Okay, 6:39 and counting. Fumble, a little scramble. The Diggers may be in there on it. Let's see. Nope, I think the Tigers got it.
Well, you talked about Servando Herrera. He was right there at the point of attack. He got his hands up on the guy, noticed the ball hit the ground, tried to get to the ground and cover it up, but Wiggins was able to get a handle on it before he could. So good heads-up play on the part of Servando.
Second and 10 for the Tigers. Ball set at the 35-yard line, their own 35. Working from the near side hash marks. Two wide receivers right here by the Beat Digger bench. They'll get a little motion there by Freehoff as he goes through the formation. Now back pass and a big rush, and I don't think we're going to get away this time. A big sack for the Beat Diggers. And I think that was Dunker on the tackle, number 16.
Jackson Dunker in on the tackle. Great job.
Kind of caught him overwhelmed. There's somebody else back there with him, bottled him up, and there was no place for Horseman to go. Huge loss. That's going to be third down now and about 20.
26 if I count it. Yep, 26 on the board.
Okay, two wide receivers near side. They're going to throw a little like a quick screen there. Nice tackle coming up by the Beat Diggers. And that's number 20 on the tackle, Caden Swint. Fourth down and 14, looks like. 13 or 14.
The ball's at the, 32-yard line right now?
Yeah, 32 and a half. 33.
Wiggins going from right to left on your dial.
In the white uniforms, black helmets. Beat Diggers in their cardinal and gold pants. Cardinal helmets and leggings. Good-looking uniforms there.
Yep.
And there's the punt.
Going to go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
They're going to have to mark that one down, I think, from the back judge there. Headlines, whichever one he is. That's up there. Good call, right at the 35. That's got to be an educated guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It was kind of a low kick, so pretty good job by the officials there. So, first and 10 for the Beat Diggers. Clock's down to inside of 4 minutes to go in the ball game. That running clock, it's just zooming. Looks like Servando's going to come in at center. No, that's 74 out there at center. Jaden Martinez.
Jaden Martinez, yep.
The handoff up the middle. Let's see, that's Kyle Wellen, the younger Wellen. Number 9 on the carry. He's going to get a couple 3 yards. A little over 3 minutes left in the game. Score still 42-0 for the Beat Diggers. Hunter Dunn brings the play in. Cesar Hinojos working this end of the line for the Beat Diggers. It doesn't look tackle size, does he?
No.
Okay. Backs in the tee, tight end to the near side in the slot. Oh, there's a carry by Wellen, but he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Jesse McDonald, one of the blockers out there. .52 out there, Cesar Hinojos. Let's see who else.
Jesse McDonald, Cesar Hinojos, Jalen Martinez at center.
And we're waiting for the play. Inside, almost down to 2 minutes to go. Hunter Dunn to the near side. Backs to the tee. It should be Krieger and Nick Welling. There's a pitch to the near side. That's Krieger. He's going to be into the
races. He's gone.
And he's gone. I thought he was out of bounds. So did everybody else. And he's going to go all the way. How about that? That's 50, 65 yards.
65-yard touchdown run for Jace Krieger. Just a matter of time, really, Rob, before he was going to break that open with all those runs he had earlier.
Well, I thought he was out of bounds. He just tight-roped the line there right in front of the Beat Digger bench and made it all the way. That was just all Jace Krieger.
And Jace Krieger does have great speed. You know, he's been a track guy in the middle school the last couple of years. I have had the opportunity to coach him in 7th and 8th grade, and as well as like Ivan Cardenas and Alejandro Maltos Garcia and you know, Kyle Wellen, all those guys. They've got tremendous speed. They route for track, so definitely knowing that running track has helped their football speed, and you can see it on the football field.
And here's Junior Fuga. And was that good?
I'm not sure. 48? Nope. Yep, it's good.
Officials gave kind of a funny-looking signal there. I couldn't tell for sure, so we'll just make it another 6. 48.
49. 49-0.
Oh, they did give
it to him.
49-0. Looked like they had their hands down here. I didn't know what that meant.
Yep.
Maybe it's my old glasses here.
Bank of Colorado. I'm sorry about that. Bank of Colorado is the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado. They're Bank of Colorado, proud supporter of local sports and academics.
And I think this may be the ball game. This official hasn't even given the ball, and the clock is running down inside of 5 seconds to go. So that's going to be the ball game, Ron. Okay. Well, let's see. Did we miss one of them spots there? Like this timeout is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Of course, that's the end of the game. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Give them a call at 842-4555. That's Greg Mullen and State Farm Insurance. Well, Ron, let's take a short break and then we'll come back, and it should be easy to wrap up the scoring here in the second half. So we'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Welcome back to the Digger Dome. As Pete Diggers are down, getting some lectures from the coach, or training from the coach. What do you do in a situation like this? What are you going to tell them? Just get ready for next week?
That's basically what you do. You say, enjoy the win, go back and look at the film, learn from the mistakes where they can improve upon, work towards it one day at a time this next week, and get ready for Fort Morgan. That's all you can do right now. So, you know, like we said, this is a great time to have this game. They were able to get a chance to get everybody, as many guys as they can there to play, especially the second half with the running clock. So I know that Coach Schwint was probably happy about that. But he's also going to take a look at those starting group of guys and figure out, you know, try to narrow down some more guys who are going to be consistently playing in the game. And to watch those guys on film is definitely going to help them out this week. So I know they're going to sit down and look at that film and start planning for Fort Morgan, which will be a big game come next Friday night here in Brush.
And that'll be a lot of fun. Of course, it'll be here at 7 o'clock on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. So, the last score we had was Jace Krieger on a 65-yard run, and that made it 48-0, and then 49 with the kick by Puga. And the Beat Diggers are out there right now, but just in case I messed up, Jade Queen was the one with the 78-yard run at 11:43 of the second quarter. 11:43 left, so that's when the Beat Diggers went up 34-0.
Yep. So anyway, with that, with the final score of 49-0, looks as though we're probably not going to get Coach Schwint up here. He's taking a little bit longer down there, but we'll go ahead and wrap things up from Beat Digger Stadium. For Rob Hastings, this is Ron Elbow, and the score is 49-0, Brush over Wiggins.
Okay, thanks a lot, Rose, and we'll take it back to you, and I'm sure you got a lot of great programming there on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com for tonight, 49-0, the Brush Beat Diggers over the Wiggins Tigers. Good night from Brush.